What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I want to discuss this Saturday's UFC 310's main event. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly to help the channel grow. All right, guys, getting right into it. Alexandre Pantoja taking on Kai Asakura for the UFC Flyweight title in a fight. I mean, you got Kai coming over from RIZIN, their champion, getting a title shot upon his debut, which is something that doesn't really happen all that often within the UFC, especially with guys who are champions in other organizations. But I think with what's going on with Flyweight and Pantoja's resume, he's kind of beat everybody who's already been there and who's kind of in the top 3, top 5 of the Flyweight division. So it's nice to have some new blood and another champion from another organization. So it kind of brings this fresh feeling to the fight, to the event. I like the main event, but that being said, I think we're going to see an and still. I think Pantoja is going to go out there. I think he's going to show why the UFC has the top talent. I think Pantoja really is that good too. I mean, his resume stands for itself. The guys that he's beaten multiple times over too. I mean, he's gotten Royval 3 times. He's got Moreno, he has Royval twice. He's got Moreno 3 times. He's got the win over Cape. He had that win with Usyk where he really had to dig deep in that fight, but he got the victory. But I mean, what Pantoja has been building at 125 is something that I think that he will be, when it's all said and done, he's going to be in the same breath of Flyweight as Mighty Mouse. I'm not going to say he's going to reach that level because I think Mighty Mouse is a GOAT, pound for pound GOAT. But I think that when it's all said and done, Pantoja is going to be talked about as one of the 3 greats of the Flyweight division. And as for Asakura, who's a good fighter, very good attacking fighter, goes for the finish. He's got some good wins. Hasn't fought since New Year's Eve last year against Juan Archuleta, where he went out there. I mean, that's the one thing I like about Asakura. He takes chances. He stands in the pocket. He throws down. He throws heat. But looking at his resume, and watching his fights, I mean, watching his fight with Horiguchi, watching his fight with Cape. Now, I know that he went 1-1 against both guys, but Cape went out there and finished him, knocked him out. And I mean, just looking at everyone that he's fought, he's 21-4, right? A lot of first round victories. Hasn't fought at Flyweight since 2017, which, I think size could play a factor in this, but also the fact that he hasn't cut the weight in such a long time, I think could be a negative for him. So I think that him being the bigger guy, if he makes the weight just fine, can be a massive positive. But I also believe that the weight cut in itself that he hasn't done in such a long time, and now he's older, he's 31, that could play a negative effect on him as well with the weight cut and going into the championship rounds of this fight. But, I mean, all of his wins are not against top-level guys. I mean, say what you want about Juan Archuleta, 37 at 135. It's on historic record. Once you reach ages 35 and up, at 155 and below, I mean, these guys are not at championship level anymore just because of their athleticism drop off. So, I mean, I think in this fight with Pantoja being 34, he's right at the end of it. It was good everywhere. Good striking, cardio, wrestling, jiu-jitsu. Asakura could definitely make things chaotic, and he could definitely catch Pantoja, but I just see Pantoja just being out there and just having great fight IQ and just kind of taking it where he wants to. I see him just changing levels, utilizing just all of his weapons, mixing it up very well, getting it to the ground, showing his takedowns, showing his feints. Asakura, I mean, he just has, I mean, if he wants to go out there and become a new champ, the UFC champ, he really just has to just do what stick to his game plan, right? Not change anything up. Because the way he fights is what makes him so dangerous. He stands in the pocket, throws heat, he's not scared to get hit, but also kind of a counter striker. He has this tendency where he has this bounce to him, and he uses his distance so well that when these guys charge forward and they blitz forward, he's very good at just kind of bouncing backwards, keeping that distance, and able to counter strike. I can't think of the word today. Sorry. So, but in this fight, man, I just think that Pantoja, I think he's just going to be better everywhere. And I think that if he can control the chaos a little bit of Asakura, what he brings, I think Pantoja's that good. I think that he's going to get his hand raised. I don't know about a finish, But I just think that Asakura, I don't think he's that guy. And I think that, I don't feel like I need to emphasize anymore, explain anymore on this. I just think that Pantoja that is just that good, and his resume, his experience, and all that just speaks for itself, and why the UFC is the UFC. So guys, that's it. Do it for today. That's my thoughts on the main event. Alexandre Pantoja and still against Kai Asakura. Guys, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on the main event. Can't wait to hear your guys' thoughts, what you guys think of this main event. Love to hear your guys' thoughts. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Mr. Mustache, MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.